Ladies and gents, boys and girls, happy Tuesday, August the 17th, 2021. Folks, hope you're doing well. I'm Chris Phillips, just the Daily Crow of the Spurs Up Show. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a packed show, got a lot to talk about. Taking your questions, comments, and calls as always. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Again, folks, a very, very exciting day. Got a lot to tell you guys about. We got a lot to talk about, but a lot to tell you guys about as well. Some major business updates this morning, some things I want to get to. And again, of course, I want to hear from you, your questions, your comments, your calls as well, as we sit here now just 18 days away from the beginning of this guy, the Shane Beamer era, another Carolina kickoff. I see Rob Youngson, Luke RJ, Sean O'Brien, Todd Smith, Nick Renfro, Cody Gaskin, Steve, Lance Player. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you all tuning in. Also, if you are in the Big Cock Club Discord, head over to TDC Questions, the TDC Questions channel in the Big Cock Club Discord to be sure that your questions are answered. Again, folks, we've got a lot to get into. A very, very exciting day. Many things to share with you. Before we do all that, though, I want to tell you about our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Guys, they're young but experienced and aggressive attorneys. They're both former prosecutors who used to represent insurance companies but switching sides. And they both worked at larger law firms where they've represented hundreds of clients at a time. And guys, they both left to start their own law firm because they understand you're not just a line item, you're not just a number, you're a real human being, and you should be treated as such. They're a small boutique law firm that treats the clients like family. Guys, they're going to know who you are and treat you like a client and not a number. They handle injury cases that arise from car accidents and work accidents. Guys, do not try to take on the insurance company yourself. Guys, you've been involved in any type of accident, no matter what it is. The last thing you should be worried about is paperwork or dealing with the insurance company. Let the experts over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm handle it for you guys. They use the latest technology to make representation efficient yet effective. Again, let them take care of everything for you guys. You don't even pay them unless they recover money for you. Rami's in Columbia, Curtis is in Charleston. They handle cases statewide. They also offer virtual or in-person consultations at no charge. Guys, give them a call today in Columbia, 803-973-0304, or in their Somerville location, 843-388-3368. Or, of course, guys, your one-stop shop, their website, dsinjurylaw.com. That is dsinjurylaw.com for more information. Again, guys, it's our friends over at Dason and Shalabi Law Firm. Be sure to check them out and tell them that Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Folks, what's going on? 843-790-3377. Before we go any further, let me go ahead and show this thing off real quick, guys. Check it out. Just got in the mail this morning. Big Nick Energy. We are repping the Big Nick Energy today on a Tuesday on the Daily Crow. And folks, I don't give a damn what anybody thinks. I think this t-shirt is absolutely hilarious. Personally, I think this shirt's hilarious. 110% chance I wear this to a game this year. Like, there's no doubt, there's no question. I think this shirt is absolutely hilarious. So again, appreciate you, Nick Muse. And you know what, guys? He's one of us. He's one of our Gamecocks, and I'm going to support him, and we're going to show that love. So, yeah, I just, in case you missed it, again, the Big Nick Energy. Love it. Absolutely love it. Just helping out the boys with their NIL deals, man. Why not? But again, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Guys, South Carolina's practicing this morning. The Gamecocks are coming off the practice field. It looks like they're about to address the media here shortly. Of those who are going to address the media, Jaheim Bell, Jason Brown, Luke Doty, Eric Douglas, Colton Gauthier, Connor Jordan, Dak Joyner, Xavier Legette, Jalen Nichols, and Justin Turnantine. So, obviously, all of the quarterbacks speaking today, including Luke Doty. Very, very exciting stuff. Really intrigued to see what those guys have to say. Really intrigued to hear just kind of the updates from Luke Doty and the quarterback position and how Jason Brown and Colton Gauthier are feeling with everything going on. Of course, those two guys right now looks like they're probably battling to start game one, but I'll be curious to hear the update from Luke Doty himself on his injury. Phil in the TDC Questions channel in the Big Cock Club Discord says, daily weather report for New Hampshire, 81 degrees and partly cloudy. Yeah, it's been rainy the last couple of days here, Phil. So it's kind of muggy. Just good old Columbia humidity. Muggy. We have some rain. No big deal, though. It's sunny skies here in the studio, man. That's all that really matters. Guys, before we go any further, taking your questions, comments, calls, talking Gamecocks, talking everything. I'm very excited. And I want to go ahead and make this announcement because things are 99.9% official. They basically are official. So had a meeting this morning. For those who, again, are in the Big Cock Club, they already knew about this, but I want to share some good news with you all. And I want to say thank you. Thank you to you all. Extremely grateful. I have so much gratitude to you all that take even 5 seconds to tune in, consume our content, rock with the content, show love to the content. So many of you have been asking about what my game day plans are for home games, for road games. I can now confirm, at least for the road games, what TSUS and yours truly will be doing for road games for South Carolina's 2021 football season. We have officially partnered up with Carolina Ale House. Yeah, that little place called Carolina Ale House. You guys are probably pretty familiar with it. We will be throwing watch parties all across the state at the Carolina Ale House locations. Also, guys, just bringing them on as a partner for the business. You'll be seeing their ads and specials and everything on the Daily Crow, on social media. We'll be doing giveaways with Carolina Ale House as well. But obviously the big thing, doing the watch parties from Carolina Ale House, going to be doing our pregame shows for the road games as well. And again, obviously they've got their location in Harbison. They'll be up in the upstate in Greenville. They're in Myrtle Beach. And what I'm thinking is we're going to bounce around from different locations. So say, hey, if it's South Carolina, Georgia, and, not everybody's going to be able to go to the game, right? Let's say we're up there in Greenville. All the Greenville Gamecocks from around town can come out, come watch the game. We'll have a pregame show. Like I said, going to be a really, really, really good time. So, again, was planning on going to the road games. I see DGD podcast. Yeah, DGD. I was planning on obviously going to the road games, but a great opportunity presenting itself, and truly appreciate those guys over at Carolina Ale House reaching out, and something I'm very, very excited about, and I think it's going to be a great thing. So, again, I just want to say thank you to you all and share the good news. Obviously, it's funny. I went on Chris Marlar's podcast, I believe, last week, and talked with he and Steven Garcia, and we had a really, really good time. And when I was talking about TSUS and the business, I kept saying we. And they're like, why are you saying we, bro? It's obviously all you. You make all the content. You do everything. You run the business. Why are you saying we? Like it's like this, group. It's you. And it's because I don't view it that way. I really don't. Everyone that is in my circle that impacts me in a positive way. And honestly, guys, it is we. It's us. It's not just me. Because if it was just me, guess what? TSUS wouldn't be what it is, wouldn't be evolving into what it's becoming. None of it will be possible without you guys actually supporting the content and rocking what we do and believing in the vision that we have. So it is always we. It is we. It's not just me. I couldn't do it alone. I couldn't do it without the people that are in my support group. Again, am I the one making the content and behind the mic and behind the camera? Sure. But without the people around me and the people that, send their love and their support and positively impact my life and keep me going in the direction that we're going. And without you guys supporting the content and showing love, none of it will be possible. So it is we. So again, that's why I like to share these type of things with you all, because it's not just a success for me personally. It's not just a success for the Spurs Up Show. It's a success for all of us, because as the business grows and the business evolves, again, when I started this thing, I had the end consumer in mind. Like I want to make content you guys enjoy, right? So as the business grows and evolves and opportunities like these present itself, things only get better for you guys. The content only gets better. The pregame shows, the graphics, the social media, the everything we do, it just continues to evolve and get better and get sharper. And the more great events we can throw and give back to you guys and do giveaways, it's a great thing. So again, I seriously, truly, I wanted to share that with you all. Some good news here on your Tuesday, and really looking forward to getting out to Carolina Ale House and doing those events. And again, we're going to have special giveaways, and it's going to be stuff beyond the watch parties as well. But the watch parties obviously being a huge part of it. But truly appreciate those guys over at Carolina Ale House for giving us the opportunity. Really, really looking forward to it, and just excited, man. Just feeling ultimately blessed here on a Tuesday, and so extremely grateful to each and every single one of you that's tuned in right now and that continues to tune in and again, rock with the business and the content, whether it be podcasts, social media, the Daily Crow, merch, whatever it is, you know what I mean? So again, thank you to y'all so much. I truly, truly do appreciate it, and excited for what's to come, man. So like I said, I'll be letting you guys know. Obviously, we're just 18 days away from kickoff. The first watch party will happen week 2 for East Carolina. And so, yeah, we'll be doing a live show. So DGDS live show from the Ale House. Yes. So on on game days for home games, I'm planning on doing a live pregame show, like almost a college game day for South Carolina type thing. Yes, I will 110% be doing that from Carolina Ale House as well. Now, again, the times will differ based on what time South Carolina is going to kick off. But for example, the Gamecocks play Georgia week 3 at 7. So I would imagine the pregame show will probably go like 5 to 6, something like that. So yeah, again, really, really excited for it, man. I'm really looking forward to it. And again, thank you all so much for your love and support, man. DGD, I can tell you, so you're in Winston-Salem. They're going to be at the locations across the state of South Carolina, because that's obviously where my audience is and where the Gamecocks are. But yeah, I'm really excited for it, man. And seriously, I truly appreciate you guys, because without your love and support, man, without you guys rocking what we do, none of it would be possible. So I'm very excited to share that all with you, and excited to see what comes of it. And, obviously we don't need many more reasons to be excited about kickoff in the football season, but having an opportunity like that to partner with such a great place like Carolina Ale House and keep putting on. I mean, I love the events, guys. Selfishly, I love doing the events. I love getting out live. And, I tell people that, I love building a relationship like this with you guys, as far as, doing the live shows and meeting people via social media. And it's such a great tool. But it's a lot different when you get live in person and you can shake people's hands and look them in the eyes and say thank you and give back to people. I love doing stuff like that, and I think it's really, really important. So, again, I'll be letting you guys know. I'll be letting you guys know officially when we lock in, where we'll be and the details and stuff like that. But I can confirm, again, we are partnering with Carolina Ale House this season, and very, very much so looking forward to it. Dusty Rhodes comments, Sandage with a broken leg. So I will tell you, Dusty Rhodes, I haven't posted anything. I haven't tweeted. I have heard that this morning, though. Dusty Rhodes, I'll just say this. I think after the weekend, we're probably all best served to not draw conclusions until official words come out. So that's why I haven't said anything, because I am officially done trying to guess when a guy gets hurt. Like, we will get updated. Shane Beamer will say something. If he has said something, then my bad for missing it. But yeah, I'm not going to be the guy that says a player broke his leg and it comes out he's just got a sprained ankle. I'm just not doing it. So I guess we'll hear from Shane Beamer at some point, or we'll get some sort of update from somebody that's legitimate. But and again, it's obviously it's no slight to anybody, but I just don't want to draw conclusions. I just don't want to draw conclusions that they turn out not to be true. So yeah. So again, the rumor is that Rick Sandage broke his leg. So I don't know. Wayne Mizell, Carolina Ale House, Somerville. Yeah, so that's definitely one of the locations. I mean, I think, again, we're going to be all across the state. Of course, Harbison is going to be one we're going to focus on. But yeah, going to be all across the state. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Going to be a really, really good time. So, Tyler Knoll, to answer your question from yesterday, Luke is worth 4 to 5 wins this season, in my opinion. Reason being is he possesses a different type of skill set than the quarterback on the roster has. I mean, yeah, I think he's very important. I mean, dude, it's again, like I was speaking to yesterday, any team loses QB1, it's going to, it's going to hurt. So it's going to very much hurt. I mean, I will tell you this. Shane Beamer did say after the scrimmage on Saturday that Rick Sandage was one of the guys that got banged up. Again, what does banged up mean? We don't know. We don't know necessarily what banged up means, but we'll see. Again, I'm not going to draw conclusions. I think we just saw over the weekend the dangers of that. And I'm also, guys, I'm not in the business of, my business does not depend on and revolve around like having the scoop first. And again, that's no slight or knock on anybody that it does. I mean, hey, it's honorable work, whatever, but like, there's no point for me to draw conclusions, but it's like, I'm the opinion guy. I'm not the try to get the first scoop guy. So I'm not going to be the one that goes out on social media and says, oh yeah, kid's got a broken leg. Like I said, and it turns out it's not nearly as serious as a broken leg. So again, I think after the weekend, I think we should all learn, let's just wait until it officially comes out. There's no rush for that to come out. Let's just, when it comes out, it comes out. You know what I mean? So Anyways, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Lance, yeah, I enjoyed meeting you as well, my friend. It was awesome. Yeah, we gotta guzzle down some Busch lattes sometime soon for sure. Rodney, hey, Chris, are you coming to Greenville? I definitely want to do a watch party, a live pregame show, if you will, from that Greenville location for kind of Ale House. I actually told them, I met with them, and I told them, I was like, I've got a lot of buddies and people I know in the Greenville area and in the upstate. One of their biggest complaints is there isn't enough, Gamecock offerings, whether it be events or content or, whatever it might be. There's just simply not enough offerings. So I really think that's a great idea to get up to the upstate and give back to the crowd up there, the audience up there, the Gamecocks up there, and do a live, in Greenville. I think that'd be awesome. Jimmy, come to Dirtle, the Dirty Myrtle. Yeah, I think we should. I really think we should. John Kruger, one team that if they lose QB1 that doesn't hurt them is Alabama. Well, dude, they're even unproven at the quarterback position. They have good players. But, there's some question marks for them at quarterback as well. Todd Smith, will you not be at the fairgrounds now and Sewell? So, no, this is for the road games, Todd. So, we're going to be at Carolina Ale House for the road games. Home games are unchanged right now. Sewell's is going to be the spot. Again, there are some things with the home games we are trying to get finalized. I'm trying to get some things finalized. That's why I have not officially put out an announcement for the tailgate and the details for game day. But yes, right now the plan is Sewell, spots 92 to 96. Again, for the home games, I'll be going to every single home game. So let's see. Jordan Drake, Rick Sandage break his leg. Is this confirmed? Again, that is the hot rumor on the streets, guys. There is nothing official. There is nothing confirmed. And like I said, guys, if you didn't learn anything from over the weekend, I think until Shane Beamer says something official, let's not try to draw conclusions when conclusions are not there to be drawn. Again, I'm not, saying anything about anybody in regards to reports and what report you have, but just to be safe, I'm not going to be the guy that's there. There's nothing official. I don't know. I got a call. Somebody said that this morning as well. I'm waiting until official word comes out. So you hope that's not what it is. God, you hope that's not what it is. I'll tell you guys, if there's a team that cannot afford injuries at South Carolina. Nobody can afford injuries, but we definitely cannot afford injuries. So the question is how long before people start blaming Under Armour on this? Blaming this on Under Armour, I should say. The cleats and all that. It's crazy. People think it's the cleats' fault. Travi, what's going on? Appreciate you tuning in, my friend. What's up? What's going on? Savannah Webster, what's up with the guy from Navy? I see he's there already. Day one starter. I'll be honest with you, Savannah. I don't know hardly anything about the guy. It was something I couldn't believe how under the radar it flew. So I don't know. Any conclusions I'd be drawing on the kid. I don't know hardly anything about the guy, to be honest with you. So I do like his size. He's 6'4". I like his size a lot, but again, outside of that, is he a ball player? Is he a guy who just gives us depth in the back end? I will tell you, I do think we just need bodies at this point. We need bodies. We need depth. So, Gamecock Wired says, I saw a Clemson fan say that Georgia was poverty last time they played Georgia 1. Yeah, I think Georgia's going to smack Clemson personally. And that's taking the bias out. Like, I think Georgia is in a really good position. I think Clemson has some question marks. I think Georgia's going to take care of Clemson. I'll put it that way. Christopher Miller. Yes, so Christopher Miller, the new plan. We will be doing watch parties at Carolina Ale House. I will not be at any of the road games this season. Like I said, man, this opportunity to partner with them came up. And, as much as I'd like to go to the road games and as cool as it would be, man, it's a great way to give back to Gamecock Nation for those. Not everybody can go to the road games. You know what I mean? So it's a great way to give back to Gamecock Nation. It's a great opportunity for the business as well. And again, like I said, as much as I would have liked to go on to the road games, I really would have. It's just an opportunity I simply couldn't pass up. So really excited for it, man. Really, really excited for it. Let's see. JB, we're going to take a quarterback from the portal if there is interest or rolling with Brown and Colton. I think at this point, we're set at quarterback. I don't think we're going to take anybody out of the portal. I guess if there was somebody there that could help you, you take them. But I don't think you take a quarterback out of the portal right now. Joshua Williams, yes. Again, I will let you guys know all the details when we'll be in Greenville and Harbison, by the way, if you're in Columbia, in Myrtle Beach, whatever locations we are at, I will definitely let you guys know. Let's see. Joshua Williams, I appreciate it, by the way. Thank you so much, man, for the love and support. Appreciate it, man. We got a lot of exciting stuff happening right now, man, with giveaways and partners and figuring out stuff with game day. And, of course, oh, by the way, we're just 18 days away from kickoff. So, yeah, really, really exciting stuff, man. There's a lot of exciting stuff going on. Again, I thank you all. Because without your love and support, none of it would be possible. None of it would be possible. You know what I mean? So thank you all. Thank you. Seriously. Thank you so much. Let's see. Travie, I mean, it sounds like that's the word with Rick Sandage, man. I don't know. No official word yet, Travie. Tyler Knowles is starting to get a little more concerned about Cam Smith's injury. He's still in a boot. There really hasn't been a timetable given for his return. You know, again, Tyler, I don't want to draw any conclusions when you know, it's just a guess, but yeah, I mean, I don't know his status for week one. I'd probably say if he's, you know, I don't know. I'd say he's probably questionable for week one if I had to guess. I would have to say so. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Let's see. We got a text here. Good move. You can't be called fake news if it turns out not true. Again, man, like I said, it's just I'm not in the business of having the scoop anyways, or being the insider. Like, that's not what my business is centered around. So, Tom, why would I even put myself in a position to be, you know what I'm saying? Why would I put myself in a position to be in that scenario? And I'm so glad I'm not, that my business doesn't revolve around that. The whole insiders. And again, it's no knock on anybody that does, because hey, the sites like the 24/7s and the Rivals and others, man, they've made a great living doing so and having information and keeping it behind a paywall. They do a great job. And again, it's no knock on any of those guys, but I can see how that life and your business being centered around that, it's a lot of ego. Just call it for what it is. It's a lot of ego. Like, I know something you don't, I have the scoop and you don't have it. Like, I feel like there's a lot of that. I feel like you've seen a lot of that on social media, guys. If you see any of the vitriol and the hate on Twitter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I've been fortunate enough as TSUS has grown and evolved, and I've made a lot of, relationships with people and connections to have people I can get in touch with that are, let's call it for what it is. They're around the building. They're in the building that I can ask questions to. And, hey, what are you hearing? Is this true? Is this not? But I'm not the guy that's the center point of the business, obviously, where we are the insiders. It's a very slippery slope, man, because, hey, even if it's true, right? Even if it's true, if they want to have gamesmanship and you say, oh, the kid's leg is broke, and Beamer says, well, no, it's not. Even if it's true, right? It's like, well, now you have the egg on your face. So it's very risky. It's a very risky way of doing things. And again, like I said, I appreciate the guys that do that because they do a really, really good job. But I'm not going to be the guy that goes on social media and says, oh, yeah, his leg's broken, by the way, and he's out for the season. Well, like, what if he isn't? You know what I mean? So there's nothing official. Let's wait till we get official word. That's all I'll say. Dre Picasso says, what's your record for our prediction? What's your prediction for our record this season? Dre, I've got 6-6. I feel good about that record overall. I've got 6-6, 3-5 in the SEC. I think South Carolina starts the season 5-2, and I think they finish 6-6. I do have South Carolina getting into a bowl game in Shane Beamer's first season. Phil in the TDC Questions channel, the Big Cock Club Discord, says, what are the vegan options at Carolina Ale House? Phil, you're asking the wrong guy. Luke RJ says, did you say you had Gauthier on your show before? Yes, I had him on last fall. It was like last October, damn near a year to the date. So, yeah, it was a great conversation. Really, really cool kid. Yeah, I mean, I love just his maturity for a young guy, and I'm excited for him. I'm excited for Colton. I really am. I am. Let's see. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Victoria Lynn Kelly says, do you think we will beat Georgia? Long story short, no. No, I don't. No. I've got Georgia winning that game like 38-17. Guys, Georgia's my SEC champion pick. They're my national champion pick. I think that Georgia's for real. I think Georgia's for real. So, dang, man, Village Idiot. Village Idiot Pizza, like so many, struggling with staffing shortages and supply chain issues. Some of our menu will be temporarily unavailable. Gosh, wild. Just wild. Dude, students are back on campus and things are nuts. Things are nuts. Things are nuts. So, let's see. Jeff Sweat, what's up with the grad assistant taking snaps today? I just think they want to, they don't have enough bodies and they need somebody else to take snaps, man. I think that's what it comes down to. Savannah Webster, if the injuries are true and with Prunty in the portal, do all of these things combined change your outlook on wins this season? Not necessarily, Savannah, because I didn't think the defense is going to be great anyways. No, I think I'm still fine with 6-6. Again, I told you all before though. Gun to head, do I think what's more likely 5-7 or 7-5? I think 5-7. I think it's much more likely that we have more question marks than we are giving credit for. Again, I know and I'm not being doom and gloom, by the way. I want everybody to know that, but I know we're in the honeymoon phase and we're so caught up in the positive momentum and the positive energy, and that's all great. But there's real holes on our roster, guys. We have real issues and real holes on our roster. So, I think it's more likely that we have more issues and more holes than we are giving credit to. Because, I think I'll just call it what it is. Let's just be honest. I don't think anybody wants to be that person right now that is being doom and gloom going into Shane Beamer's first season. If I went out there, guys, and I'm going to give my take no matter what. So if I really felt this way, I would just give it. Listen, I feel confident with 6-6. I think, Luke Doty should be back and be fine by week 2. I think the offense is going to be much improved. I don't think the defense can get any worse. I think having a non-conference schedule is going to help you. So I think 6-6 is very realistic. I think it's very, very realistic. But nobody wants to be that person picking South Carolina to go 4-8 this year, right? If I were to pick that, oh, you're negative, you're doom and gloom, you're this, you're that, whatever. Doc Graybeard, thank you so much, by the way. Thank you so much. And Doc says, how do the honesty shown by our receivers during the media availability change or not your opinions on some of these guys? Doc, it really didn't change my opinions at all. I don't dislike the guys personally, obviously. I'm glad they're Gamecocks and I think that they answered the questions to the best of their ability and they were good with the media. But when we're talking receivers, we're just talking on-field production. We're not talking about what's my opinion on those guys specifically. You know what I mean? So, listen, I'm hoping for the best for the receivers. I'm hoping a couple guys step up. And I've said it before, there's talent in that room, man. Obviously, there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of talent in that room, but we got to see productivity, man. Bottom line, we got to see productivity. So that's it. We got to see productivity. Is Beamer holding the presser right now? Beamer's holding the presser. Special guest appearance by Shamer calls today USC's best practice. I don't think this is being streamed or anything. If anybody finds a link, let me know. I don't think it's being streamed, though. It's normally for fall camp. It's obviously not streamed live like ever. So, yeah. So, let's see. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Appreciate you guys tuning in, obviously taking your questions, comments, calls as well. Doc Graybeard, I agree. Ortre was dealing with more injuries than I knew anyway, and yes, we do. Yeah, listen, I'd love to see Ortre ball out, man. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. So, would love to see it. Let's see. Again, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. 7. Let's see. We got a text from Robbie Davis. Robbie Davis on the text line. He says, what are you looking forward to most for September the 4th? What position group do you think could help us most this year and in the future? Go Gamecocks, your friend Robbie Davis. My mom is doing well, Robbie. Thank you for asking. Most looking forward to for September the 4th. Honestly, man, I know we're talking on field and we've been talking about what this team's going to look like, but dude, just having game day again. Honestly, Robbie, I'm looking forward to game day, being surrounded by 80,000 of my closest friends. Getting into a packed Williams-Brice Stadium, watching the Gamecocks play, having legitimate tailgating again. That's what I'm looking forward to. So, let's see. What position group do you think could help us most this year and in the future? I think definitely the defensive line. I think certainly the defensive line. They're going to be that position unit we lean on this year. Both line of scrimmages, offensive and defensive line. Let's see. Who gets the nod, Gauthier or Brown? I think it's going to be Gauthier personally. We will see. Keith in the TDC Questions channel, the Big Cock Club Discord, says, congrats on everything that's going on. When you become the next Feinbaum, don't forget about us. Keith, never, man. Like I said, the Day One Daily Crowers right here. The Day One Daily Crowers. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for the love and support, man. It's incredible. Rowdy Rooster 75 also says, salads and beers. Chris, do we have any spots available on the roster? I don't know, Rowdy Rooster, how many we would have, if any. But if you're asking if we're going to add any more people, I can't confirm that. I don't know. I think kind of who you got right now is who you got, bottom line. So I think who you got is who you got. So let's see. Bad Brad 757 Beamer says Sandage injury is lower body, out for longer than expected, but not season ending. So I mean, he might have fractured his leg. He might have. So Beamer on adding GA Zeb Nolan to the quarterback depth chart to compete. It's not like I went to 5 points and found a quarterback. Told the quarterbacks if he competes and deserves a play, then he will. Nolan played at Iowa State before transient to be a backup for Trey Lance at North Dakota State. Dude, we are just, I mean, guys, listen. Let's see. Dang, he played against Beamer. He played against Beamer in Oklahoma when Nolan was there. He played against Beamer in Oklahoma. Nolan threw for 360 yards and 2 touchdowns in the game. What? Well, then why is he just now taking snaps? Weird, crazy. Dude, it's just, things are crazy right now, man. Things are crazy. I mean, dude, that's the exciting part is we just have no idea what this team's going to look like. We have no idea. The good news, Doc, and everybody speaking on the Rick Sandage thing, again, injuries are never good news. We are extremely deep at defensive line, and I don't think Sandage was a starter. So that is the, again, I don't want to say good news of it, but that is at least the news that it softens the blow just a little bit. So. Let's see. Courtney Washington, we actually aren't that bad of a team. It's just the type of schedule we play. It's brutal and tricky. Courtney, again, I think our starting 22, we have a lot of talent, no question. I'm not, I don't want to sell us short as a football team. It's beyond that in the depth that I am concerned. I am concerned with. I really am. Again, I've got 6-6. I'm not ready to budge off of 6-6. I do think 5-7 is more likely. I'll be totally honest with you. I still say week 2 at East Carolina is the most important game of the 2021 season. I just think that, listen, the over-under in Vegas is 3.5, and we all agree that's a ridiculous number, and South Carolina should be able to get to at least 4 wins really, really easy. But you lose to ECU week 2, and all of a sudden, that number might come into play. Again, that's not being doom and gloom. That's just a fact. So you better make sure you take care of your business week 2 against ECU. Because, guys, I'll tell you this right now. That game will come down to the line of scrimmage because, unfortunately, and hey, some of you may not like to hear this, and it is what it is, Unfortunately, I don't think we're that much better than ECU at the skill positions. I really don't. I really, really don't. I think it's the line of scrimmage where you have to whoop them. You have to beat them at the line of scrimmage. But the skill positions, I would say running back, we certainly have the advantage, but across the board, I think ECU can hold their own. I think they can have success against our defense. Call it for what it is. Travis Ford says, no, we are not a talented team at wide receiver, quarterback, DB, linebacker. Depth is not the issue there. Facts have no place any longer. Facts equals doom and gloom. Well, Travis, listen, I would say you don't think we're talented at quarterback. I think Luke Doty's a talented player. He's a top 100 recruit. I think we have some decently talented players at DB. But no, listen, Travis, I'm not even going to totally disagree with what you just said. I think if people are honest with themselves, those are positions that need to get upgraded. There's no doubt. And being brutally honest, I think there's a lot of issues right now with Carolina football that are only going to be solved in recruiting. That's the only way you're going to solve them, man. Because guess what? Shane Beamer, Marcus Satterfield, Clayton White, all of our coaches, guys, they're coaches. They're not miracle workers. They're coaches, okay? So, I know there's a lot of guys on our roster we believe that, we haven't seen the best version of them and they're going to be big-time players, but I also think some guys, if you've been on campus for 3 or 4 years and you haven't produced and you haven't contributed, maybe that's just who you are as a player. Maybe that's just who you are. AJ Bauer said, I said this is an 8-win team and I will stick by that statement. And will it happen? I don't know, but I think we can get 8 wins, if not at least 6. AJ, again, I respect your prediction. Your prediction's your prediction. You're entitled to that prediction. I don't see 8 wins happening at all. I don't see it happening. I truly don't. I think what you're seeing right now, man, with just the injuries in the preseason, this team it's a very fragile bunch in the sense of a couple of injuries, and we're really going to be hurting. We just don't have the depth to withstand these injuries. We just simply don't. So, I think Carolina fans also don't want to give credit to how good Kentucky is. They don't want to give credit to how good Missouri is. They don't want to give credit to how good, Auburn is, how tough a game it'll be in Knoxville. I've got the Gamecocks winning that one, but I think it'll be a really tough game. So 8 wins, man, I'm sorry. I think it's a pipe dream. I don't think I don't think that's a realistic expectation. I just don't, man. You're talking about a program that's won 6 combined games the last 2 seasons combined. So to say they're going to win 8 again, if we go 8-4, give Beamer the keys to the city. Literally. So, and here's what I was talking to a buddy about this last night, AJ, and I'm not just speaking to AJ. But since he brought this up, here's what I don't want to happen, okay? Because like I told you guys, I'm locked in at 6-6. I think at moments this season, this team will flash. And we're going to say, there's the Beamer effect. Like, look at what Shane has done, this, that, whatever. I think we are going to flash in that way. I also think there's going to be moments in the season where we're going to say, wow, that position is a deficiency. Oh, wow, we're hurting a little more there than I expected. So I think both will happen, okay? Here's what I don't want to happen, though, because I don't think the Gamecocks fan base has been doom and gloom. I really don't. Again, I appreciate and I agree with the sentiment and the messaging that Shane Beamer was putting out there. But I think for the most part, this fan base has been extremely optimistic. Extremely. And I don't back off of what I said, by the way, after, thinking that Luke Doty might have been out for 4, 5, 6 games. Yeah, guys, that's going to put your bowl chances at jeopardy. Let's not act like it doesn't affect the season, because if any team loses their starting quarterback, that's a big deal, right? There's a reason he's the starter, okay? There's a reason he's the starter. So that's a big deal. But what I don't want to happen, people like AJ and others, and again, it's not calling you out, AJ, it's just, speaking on it, people that are saying 7, 8 wins, God forbid. The goal of this season, guys, and as we sit 18 days away from kickoff, maybe this sounds blasphemous. It was much easier to say this in April and May than it is right now. But if we're all honest with ourselves, in Shane Beamer's first season, the record is actually pretty secondary this year. For me, I just want to see a well-coached football team. I want to see a football team that plays the right way, that is disciplined, that plays with effort, that plays for the name on the front of the jersey and not so much the name on the back. that doesn't go out there in games where maybe they're a big underdog, but they're not just getting bullied on the field, and a team that fights to the very last whistle, right? This, again, I'm not going to say year one is a wash, because that is so inaccurate, and that is so disrespectful to everyone in that room. Everybody in that locker room, I would never say that. But looking at it from a standpoint of, this is year one of Shane Beamer, guys. And so what I don't want to have happen, getting to my point, is a guy like AJ or others who've got these hopes and dreams of 8 wins. The goal of this season is to get to this point next year, or get to next year's preseason with the same optimism, the same energy, and the same positive outlook of the Shane Beamer era, because that's what you're going to sell in recruiting, right? To fix this program, you got to go recruit big-time football players. You got to have the coaches in place for sure, but you got to go recruit some big-time football players, and you got to develop them. So if we lose to week 2, if we lose in week 2 to East Carolina, I don't want people like AJ and others who, and again, I'm not trying to call you out, AJ, but I don't want people who have these hopes and dreams of winning 8 games to all of a sudden, you're going to get punched in the face if you believe that, right? And all of a sudden, it's going to be a very rude wake-up call for some people. So I think it is wise. Again, it's not doom and gloom, but it's just evaluating where the program is currently. It's wise for fans to, hey, and I said this on social media yesterday, just because you don't pick your team to go 12-0, or God forbid 8-4 in Shane Beamer's first year, just because you're not picking that doesn't make you a doom and gloom fan. You can be a positive, optimistic fan, but still have realistic expectations. Because, guys, I feel really good about Shane Beamer, where the program is, where it's going. I mean, guys, I've made merch around the guy. I wouldn't do that if I didn't believe in what he's building and what he's selling and what's going on right now in Columbia. But, guys, again, Shane Beamer's a football coach. He's not a miracle worker. Shane Beamer's not going to be playing on the field. The players on our roster are. Okay? The players on the roster are. So, getting your hopes up, I think, for 8 or 9 wins, guys. Again, I'm not trying to be negative Nancy over here, because like I told you guys, I'm an optimistic Gamecock to a fault. I wake up every game day saying to myself, you know what, if this happens, this happens, and this happens, we can win this ball game. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be that way as a Gamecock fan. But, like, realistically, you know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not telling anybody to not have expectations at 8-4. You want to do it, go right ahead. But please, all I'm saying is please, if things don't go the way you think they should or expecting, okay, if they don't sell your stock on Shane Beamer and say, oh, my God, because he didn't win 8 games in year 1. Well, he's just not a good coach. Like, no, it's because you didn't give credit enough to the fact that we are hurting in different areas on our roster. Bottom line, guys. So, and until we're proven differently, like I said, guys, just be honest about it. Wide receiver, major deficiency, huge. It's regarded by most as the worst wide receiver room in the conference. Okay? Quarterback's extremely unproven. You have fantastic running backs. That's what you're going to hang your hat on. I think you have a solid offensive line. Again, the run game's what you're going to hang your hat on. Tight ends, feel pretty decent about them in the passing game. Okay? But quarterback, wide receivers, major questions. Defensive line, you hang your hat on. They got a ball out this season. Your linebackers, call it for what it is, extremely average. The back half of your defense is hurting. And the loss of Prunty does not help. And if Cam Smith's out for any extended period of time, guys, we are going to struggle mightily against teams that can throw the football. Mightily. But that's okay. It's fine. I still think we can get to 6 wins. I think the path to 6 is there. I mean, I'm locked in at 6-6, guys. But again, I think there's going to be moments where you're like, man, like maybe this roster's in a little worse shape than I thought. I think that's going to happen. That's just the facts. I just think that's going to happen. And, we'll see if this team can surprise this year. Maybe they can. Rowdy Rooster 75 in the TDC Questions channel, the Big Cock Club Discourse says, what do you like about Colton? Well, I do like his moxie, his overall maturity, and Rowdy Rooster, I've just heard good things about Colton from behind the scenes, and I think it's neck and neck with Colton and Jason Brown. I think they'll both play, no doubt. I don't think it's even a big deal who starts. I really don't. Because here's the thing. When Luke Doty's healthy, he's going to be the starting quarterback. So it really doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. Fans need to realize you can be optimistic, but at the same time, be realistic as well. Yeah, again, and I'm not going to spend every single show saying like, oh, I'm not doom and gloom. I'm not doom and gloom. Guys, at some point, if you guys know, my content's not for everybody. If you don't like hearing the truth and the brutal, honest truth, then this show is probably not for you. If you want somebody that's going to stroke your ego and stroke your fandom and tell you that South Carolina's going to go win 8 games this year and they're going to pick Carolina to win every game. There's other people out there that I'm sure will do that, but that's just not me. I'm just not doing that. So, yeah, and it's okay. Again, where we are as a football team is okay, guys. As Shane Beamer said when he got hired, guys, he said it when he got hired. You don't get hired in the SEC as a head coach if things are going really well at that school. So, and he also said it at SEC Media Days about the holes and deficiencies on this roster, right? He said it. So listen to Shane Beamer when he talks. He said it. So Courtney Washington says some of our fans don't realize what going to preparation for games from week to week. And also we have a new coaching staff who's trying to get adjusted to the players and vice versa. Yeah, again, this is a learning experience for everybody. It's year one for everybody. So Doc says, remember back Holtz went 0-11 year one. No one thought he couldn't coach. It's a similar situation. Holtz came into lack of talent and poor locker room. UU Cordell says, I wouldn't be surprised if we only won 4 games. Tanner Land says, if we had Nick Saban as the head coach, there will be some fans saying we're going undefeated. Doc says, year 2, biggest turnaround in college football history. Not necessarily the greatest record to have, but it shows it can be done. Yeah, listen, I'm not doubting Shane Beamer or doubting this football team, but I mean, again, you have to realize and accept there are holes in this roster that have to be filled. Bottom line, there are holes in this roster, man. So, is what it is, and it's okay. We'll rock and roll with who we got. All we got's all we need. It's all good. But just again, when you're putting out 8-4, man. When you're putting out 8-4, I think that's way too aggressive. I'm sorry. I just think that's way too aggressive. Way too aggressive. And I'll insert some truth serum here. I'll insert some truth serum for you all. Let me ask you guys a question. How do you view the Tennessee program? Right now, how do you, going into this season, how do you view the Tennessee program? Most of you are going to say, oh, they're terrible. They're a joke. They suck. Tennessee's going to be awful. Dude, Tennessee's an automatic win. No big deal. Well, here's the honest truth. The way that we look at Tennessee right now, there are dumpster fire, as Cody Gaskin says. Well, I'm just going to tell you, the way we look at Tennessee right now, guys, hate to tell you, there are a lot of fans out there, many of them that are looking at South Carolina the same exact way, right? The same exact way. So, and not that their opinion matters necessarily, not that it matters, but that's just the reality. That's how people are asking, why is Kevin Harris not getting more love? Why is Kevin not getting more respect? Why are we not getting more respect in the preseason? Well, we got to go earn respect, guys. South Carolina's not getting any benefit of the doubt anymore. 2010 to 2013 was not yesterday. It was years ago. So all that goodwill we earned and all that respect we earned, we don't have it anymore. We don't. When you win 6 games over your last 2 seasons and you get blown out by Kentucky and you get manhandled by A&M and you've gotten blown out by Clemson the last 6 years and you lose to Appalachian State and you lose to North Carolina, you're not going to get a whole lot of respect. You're not. And it's okay. I think we have the right coach and the right guy to go back out there and earn that respect. That's what we're going to have to do. But just try to have perspective, guys. Again, when South Carolina's not getting the respect you think they deserve, there's a reason for it. Unfortunately, there's a reason. Hey, that's why we hired a new coach. So, let's see. 843-790-3377, guys. That's 843-790-3377. Somebody texts in, says, do you think South Carolina would be more competitive if they were in a different conference? And that question will fire some people up. There's no point. I'll just say this, man. There's no point in having the conversation. South Carolina's never going to leave the SEC. I think they'd be foolish to leave the SEC at this point with everything that's coming to that conference. So it doesn't even matter if they would or wouldn't be. A move from the SEC is not in the cards. It's just not. So, let's see. Bobby Hamby, Beamer will be great at South Carolina. It will take time, but we will be better than people think this year. Yeah, Bobby, again, and I agree with you in the sense of that I think Beamer's going to do great things at South Carolina, and I think he's going to win and win big. But you got to be patient. Let's be patient early in the Shane Beamer era. It is going to take time. It's going to take time, bottom line. Will be better than people think this year? Well, when the Vegas over-under is 3.5, yeah, I think we're going to hit the over. No question. No question. No question. So, again, guys, I'm locked in at 6-6, and I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. If you want to pick 8-4 and you truly believe that in your heart of hearts, so be it. But I would also say this. There's nothing that warrants that type of prediction. Like, people that are predicting that, like, there's a lot of speculation in that this is going to work out, that's going to work out, this transfer is going to be good. Guys, let's just call it for what it is. Not every transfer South Carolina got is going to be an all-SEC player. They're not. They're not. They're just not, bottom line. Okay? Some of the position groups that we're talking about going in the season that we're worried about, some of them are going to struggle. Bottom line, they're going to struggle. That's okay, but they are. Again, it's like I told you guys when I locked in my predictions officially. You know, I picked 6-6. I think South Carolina goes 2-2 in the swing games of Kentucky, Tennessee, Auburn, Mizzou. I think picking anything better than 2-2 is just a little aggressive. I think it's a little aggressive, okay? I think it is. Now, to Travis' point, when I asked the question and posed the question about Tennessee, yes, I want to make it very clear. I think South Carolina's in a better position than Tennessee is. I do. Bottom line, I do. But I'm just giving you guys some perspective of what people outside of this program think about it right now. And it's because we have lost all respect because of the previous dumpster fire that was in town. So, let's see. Chris, Kevin here, I love your honesty. I'm totally with you. I'm 55 years old and seen a lot of Gamecock football. I've always considered myself a realist and appreciate seeing another one. Yeah, and again, I'd say this, Kevin, I'm not being, again, it's not doom and gloom, man. It's just an honest analysis of the football team. It's an honest analysis of where you are, this roster, this football team. It's no indictment on Shane Beamer and what he's building and what he's doing, but, you know. We'll see what happens, man. That's the, you know what, though? That's the fun of it, man. That's the beauty of college football, right? That's what we love. You know, that's what we love is that we spend literally, like, think about it. There's no other sport where we spend months breaking it down, projecting, previewing. We spend months doing it. But we don't know. Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what's going to happen. I will tell you this, though. I picked 3-7 last year and we went 2-8. But nobody knows, man. Hey, maybe we could go out there and go 8-4 this year. God forbid. Holy smokes. We could go 8-4. So you never know. You never know what's going to happen, man. It's how other teams are going to be. Who knows? Aaron Gibson said 7-5 this year would make me a happy fan. Aaron, I will be doing cartwheels if we go 7-5. I mean, I will be, God, I will be jumping for joy, Aaron. I'll be jumping for joy, my guy. No question. No question. Joe Anders says Kevin Harris could run for 1,500 yards. Joe, I don't think so. It's not because he's not capable. I think because you have so many other options in the backfield. I think Marshawn Lloyd's going to get a lot of touches. I think Quan White's going to get touches. I think Amos is going to get touches. I think one of the two of Harris and Lloyd will run for 1,000. I don't know which one it is yet. So I'm not saying Joey's not capable, but I just think because you have other options, you're not going to wear him down like that. Luke RJ, I just hope we don't run the same plays over and over that don't work. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that'd be a really good start, wouldn't it? By the way, guys, quick reminder, the TSUS season simulation series does roll on. It does continue tonight. We will take on the Troy Trojans at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we're taking on Troy. Streaming, of course, you guys know the drill, but on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, taking on the Troy Trojans. We did lose to Kentucky last night. We sit 2-2 overall now. 0-2 in the SEC. Got to beat Troy. Have to beat Troy, man. Have to beat Troy. So, yeah. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, again, the season simulation series will continue tonight for sure. Let's see. JB says, agree with the season outlook. It is important to be fair to the players and coaches. We should not set unrealistic expectations and an unattainable ceiling for a first-year staff. I would just say this, guys. We get to 6-6 this year. Just please have perspective and know how good of a damn year it was. Bottom line. Just keep perspective of how good of a damn year it was. So. Getting to a bowl game in Shane Beamer's first year would be nothing but a massive success. A massive success. Keith in the TDC Questions channel, the Big Cock Club Discord, says, I think us and UT are about the same, but experts say they have more talent on the roster. I mean, I think Tennessee's a dumpster fire also, Keith, and I picked us to beat them. So, we'll see. I don't know. I think Tennessee's roster is really, really hurting this year. What'd they lose, like 37 guys to the transfer portal or something crazy like that? So. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. We have just a couple of minutes left. Again, thank you all so much for tuning in, guys. Like I said, in case you missed it early in the show, big-time partnership, big announcement. I want to say thank you so much to each and every single one of you for the love and support, man. It's been incredible. We are officially going to be watching our road games this season at Carolina Ale House all across the state of South Carolina. So watch parties, pregame shows. We're going to be doing giveaways as well, but officially bringing on Carolina Ale House as a partner for this 2021 football season. Again, guys, I just want to say thank you all so much to each and every single one of you. Without your love and support, without you guys rocking with the content, rocking with everything we do, none of this would be possible. None of this would be possible. So again, thank you so much. I cannot say it enough. Luke RJ, I selfishly want Beamer to have a winning season every year. Let's hope 7-5. Luke RJ, we all want that. I want selfishly, I want us to go 12-0. I mean, yeah, no kidding. Let's see. Doc, teams are going to make running the ball a slog, 8-man boxes till we show we can throw. Yeah, I mean, if you're a defensive coordinator, why would you attack South Carolina any other way, right? I mean, why would you? Why would you? You got to make South Carolina prove make them prove they can throw the football. Bottom line, make them prove they can throw the football. So no question. I would certainly do that as a defensive coordinator. So. Yep, Christian Carver. You know what? At least Will Muschamp's not our problem anymore. Yeah, I just say, folks, again, I know we get so caught up in the predictions and the projections and the record, and we should win this game and win that one. I'll be honest with you guys. When you really have perspective, again, I'm just excited to take in a football season with 100% capacity and tailgating being back and with Shane Beamer being our head coach. I truly am at this point. Like that's what I'm most looking forward to. And again, of course, though, I mean, I'll be predicting the games and breaking them all down, but man, I'm just so looking forward to a start of truly the start of a new era for Carolina football. I mean, that's what I'm most looking forward to. So I think that's what we should all be looking forward to as well. It's going to be one hell of a time, man. Who knows? Who knows? I do know this. This is the group of guys we got. We're going to rock with them. We're going to roll with them. And we'll see what happens from there. We'll see what happens from there, bottom line. But again, I'm locked in at 6-6. I feel good about it. Again, guys, as far as the players speaking to the media right now, if we hear anything on Rick Sandage, other injuries, breaking news, whatever, I'll keep you guys updated. We'll keep you updated when the official word drops. But yeah, hell of a show today. Hell of a show, guys, by the way, guys. So soak it all in, by the way. The last week of the Daily Crow just being noon to 1 starting Monday of next week. The show will officially expand noon to 2. And I'm very, very, very excited for that. And again, guys, I appreciate your love and support. Thank you so much for rocking with what we do. Again, guys, like I said, that's going to do it. We just hit 1 o'clock. Appreciate you all tuning in. Like I said, check out the podcast that dropped yesterday. If you have not done so, talking Gamecocks offensive line, also talking everything that's been going on lately with South Carolina football, and a great conversation with Phil Petty as well. Also, guys, we're back out live tomorrow night at Tin Roof. Stay tuned. Got a big giveaway coming for that. Stay tuned for that, guys. Again, back out at Tin Roof, 5 to 7. We'll have Pops Frisbee and Corey Miller, 2 former Gamecocks football players, join us for that as well. But again, guys, we're rocking, we're rolling content, bleeding out the eyeballs. Appreciate you all tuning in. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we'll talk to you.